The Minister of Defense appeared with his military suite and a few other personalities behind him, announcing the removal and arrest of the elected president as well as the suspension of the constitution. In political science, this is called a military coup. After 2 years, how does Egypt look following the promises that the officials drew? Freedom was the most important demand of the January 25th revolution. The revolutionaries used to practice their right to protest and object to returning home safely after the protest was over. And now, after the coup, numbers and stats tell us of the horrific situation Egypt has reached. The number of deaths in the street at the hands of the police and army has reached 5,000 Egyptians. Over 2,000 of these were during Rabi and Nadi sit-in dispersal. Number of prisoners reached over 50,000. Arrest warrants exceeded 65,000. The number of death sentences has reached 1,666. 7 individuals have already been executed. Of those, 2 women. The number of civilians subjected to military trials are 2,000, of which 184 are students. Cases of enforced disappearances have reached 960, of which 164 are students. Over 1,000 women and girls have been arrested. Of them, 78 are still in detention. Tens have been subjected to torture and sexual violence. The number of those injured so far is around 1,000. Most of the injuries have led to permanent disabilities. Investigations were held with 88 judges who were then suspended. Of course, these numbers are only what human rights organizations were capable of documenting. There must be hundreds of other cases that are unknown. Many international human rights organizations have issued press releases in rejection of the oppressive activities of the Egyptian state against its opposers. Among those are Human Rights Watch, who mentioned in one of the press releases that the government aggressively attacks the rights of its citizens. It also mentions that Sisi's government will go to any extent to crush its local opponents, be it secular or civilian. Human Rights Watch head in Germany, Selmin Kalsken, issued a press release saying that Egypt, under the current leadership, witnesses the biggest human rights crisis in modern history. Due to extreme pressures, the Carter Institute shut down its office in Cairo. And despite all of this, the Egyptian people still continue the struggle and the revolution is still in the squares. Because the revolution is stronger, the people's will is always stronger.